Hello, welcome to the coronavirus-free Porter home, cat house, whatever you want to call it. Linus just joined me. He's going to get kicked out, evicted very soon because he is laying in Tessa's chair and she will not like it. She will not tolerate it for long. Hello. I have all these very pretty mica powders, and it seems I may be a mica powder collector because I have more than one type. I bought, let's see, I first started out, I bought some Pearlex powders, and then I bought some, okay, where did I put them? More Pearlex powders. Then I got some Perfect Pearls. Then I bought little packages of them. So I have lots and lots of these, and I've used them on various things, but I've been watching things online and thinking, what else can I do? What can I do with them? And I bet a lot of you have mica powders too. And a lot of our makeups have mica powders in them. And our sprays have mica powders in them. Our pretty shiny sprays have mica powders in them. But I thought I'd get on here for a few minutes and play with some because I was in the Patreon group class last night and I did this. And I wanted to do something with the black I have on these little butterflies, and I decided I wanted to use mica powders on them. So I thought I would mix something up and do that. So here's one of my little trays, and I want to put a little bit of water in there. Let's see, I'm going to put a few drops in here. Put a few drops of water in here. Oh, looks like I have a little something that has some color to it. And hi, Carla. Well, there are lots of different ways to use mica powders. You can use the one thing, mica powders by themselves are just a powder. You put them on something and you can wipe it right off. It's just like a powder. It won't stay on. It has to have a binder with it to keep it on. And here we go. The binder that is most commonly used is gum arabic. It's the same thing that is used in watercolors. This is what, and of course it's backwards. I don't know why it does this when you put it into a video on YouTube, because the camera itself does not put it up on my computer as backwards. It's just when it streams through YouTube, it puts everything backwards. But this is gum arabic. You can buy it as a powder. You can buy it as a liquid. And you can buy it, where's my bag? I know I brought it in here. And it's hiding. Oh, here it is. You can buy it as a crystal and grind it up into a powder yourself. But when you do it this way, you have to dissolve it in boiling water. And so I actually bought this and ground it up into this powder. I mean, you can read that as gum arabic. For me, on my screen, it's backwards. Backwards. On my screen, it's backwards. That's weird. Anyway, so that's the 3 different ways you can buy it. The cheapest way, honestly, is in this form, but it has impurities in it in this form. But when you dissolve it, the impurities will sink to the bottom. See, it has impurities in it. This is some sort of bark, all sorts of impurities. This is the most expensive form, $15.99 for this little bottle, and I have just about used up this bottle, but I made a bunch of things of watercolor out of some makeup. So I thought I would do this, put a couple drops of this in. Oh, I hate opening this. It's hard. Doesn't take a lot, just need a little bit of binder. So I'm just going to put just a couple drops in this and stir this up. Now I have some water that has a binder in it. It's kind of like a glue. That's what will keep this when I use it. I'm going to make it into like a paint. And I have a bottle of water. I'm going to do it a different way. I brought a plain bottle of water. And I'm going to put some gum arabic in the water. I'm going to try this 2 ways. I'm going to try it with gum arabic. I'm putting some gum arabic in the water. And I have something else I'm going to try in another thing of water. Oop. Put the cap back on this. Rinse this out. I buy lots of these pipettes. I love having them. They're so handy. I have them in that size. I have them in this size, and I have them in itty bitty teeny tiny ones too. And I'm going to try doing some water with some gloss varnish in it. And we'll see which works in this little spray bottle. We'll find out which works. Hi, Carrie. I ought to see if I can zoom this out. I don't know if I can. I'll have to get to it. Put a little bit of gloss varnish in here and a bottle of water and use that as a spray as a fixative. Kind of rinsing it out of this so all the varnish I put in there is actually in the water and not stuck in the tube. There, rinse this out. So my little pipette is usable again. Put it back in my, got that a little too full. over here on the shelf. Now when I put this in here, it's going to spill, so I'm going to put the top in it over the trash can. Had that a little too full. And dry it off with a paper towel. Okay. And label. Oh. And where's my... Where is it? I put it in a thing just a little while ago. Well, how can I have something on my desk? It was sitting here just a little while ago, and now I can't find it. I'm looking for a tube of glue. It's sitting in a thing like this, and it has a little syringe of glue with it. Here it is. This is my collal glue. That's what I use to put the butterflies on with, so they don't mash down. But it also is great to make a nice clear layer over my words so they don't rub off. And there. That'll dry in just a little bit, and I will have that permanently on there. I've learned if I write it on a piece of, or put a piece of tape over it, that piece of tape will come off, and then I won't remember what's in the bottle. And I can always peel this off later if I want to put something else on there and use a little bit of alcohol to wipe what I wrote on there off. Great way to label things. Okay, that's done. So we have Carla and Carrie. That's two. Okie dokie. Now let's mix up. What colors do I want to use on here? That color looks like it'll be good on there. A little bit of orange. A little bit of, that's bright. Let's see if I can zoom this out a little bit. That's just a little too. That's better. Is that a little better? This is actually my things of powder. It's called shopping on eBay. Okay, it's got a little tiny bit of yellow. Really don't need much. In fact, it's probably too much. These are little tiny, I think they're little makeup spoons. Of course, eBay. What would I do without eBay? Okay. Now, I want this to be dilute. I really don't want a lot of, because a little bit goes a long way. I'm just putting a few drops in here. You can make this a very thick paint, so it just is very opaque, but I don't want this to be opaque. Wow. Mixes very easily, but of course it will settle. So as I use it, I'll have to stir. Okay, first thing I'm going to do, have a little bit on here and just dry it and see if it's going to, if I got enough of the gum arabic in here. Let's see if it will brush off. Okay, that's not brushing it off. I'm brushing it pretty hard and it's not coming off, so I guess I got enough gum arabic on it. And that seems pretty. It's not coming off. I might have gotten a little bit of it off, but I'm rubbing pretty hard, so I guess I got it enough gum arabic in it. Let's see here. Yeah, I'd have to rub pretty darn hard to get it off, and I'm not going to do that. Okay, let's see what I can do here. Ah! Guess I could have waited till those dried before I put my hand around them. They're getting very sticky. Throw a little bit of heat on those for a few seconds just to make sure. I just wrap my hand right around them. That was real intelligent. Okay, what did I do with the paper towel I had? Yuck. Sticky fingers. That was real intelligent. Okay, now let's see what I can do to these. Oh, let's see. I just want to put a little bit of shine on here. Just get a little bit of color on the black. Let's see. Let me find some other smaller brushes and I can just change brushes out instead of having to worry about contaminating these too severely. There's what I want. I buy these packages of cheap brushes at Michael's when I'm there. When I have those 50 and 60% off coupons. Those things that have a whole bunch of brushes in them comes in handy. Okay. Oh, this has a lot of orange down here, so let's play with this one a little bit. Mirror this down here. just kind of touching it in places. I'm not really painting it on. I'm just letting it kind of touch onto it. Letting it do what it wants. Since it would have been easier to do this if I'd done this before I put them on here, but this was an afterthought. That's a little too much. Pick some of that up. Okay, I know I have a box of Kleenex somewhere. Pick up a little bit. Can you see? I got a little bit too much yellow. Let's just roll this up so I can get some in there. Just pick a little bit up. There. Now, and put this yellow up here a little bit. Spread that out. I don't need it real bright. Okay. So yellow here. Spread this out. I don't want it real heavy. Is my sound okay? I know last time my sound got all messed up. Yeah, these butterflies, I love these dies. You saw how very little I put in these, and look how much color I'm getting out of them. Now I'm just going to do these, and then I have some dies I'm going to play with. But it takes so very little. I'm going to have some auctions, and I'm going to put together some sets of little packs of this too. So, because I don't think people ought to have to buy a whole big thing of it just to be able to play. That's one of my pet peeves is, you know, a lot of people can't afford tons of stuff. And so I plan on putting together small packs of things, and you can get several different colors to play with of a little bit of it, so you can at least have some to play with and not have to buy huge amounts. Huge amounts of each color when all you need is a little bit. Okay. This one needs some orange. Orange up in here. Orange in here. Pink. Think pink, think pink. Just let it run down into the orange. There. Not too overwhelming. This one needs a little bit of actual gold on it, just because it's gold. Okay, now dab some off in some places, and let's see what I have here. This one's a little heavy. This needs some more pink. And some orange. Now let's dry them and see what they look like. shape them some before I finish drying good. Oh, did I get too much on them? I think I have it a little too heavy, but oh well. They shine. They're pretty. I like shine. I wish I'd made them a little more dilute, but next time around I'll know to make them a little more dilute. I can always add more, but once you have it in there, I'd have to add a lot more water to them to get them more dilute. Just rolling it around my pen, into my pen here to get them to curl back a little bit. There. That's got the right curl. This one doesn't. I know butterfly wings are supposed to be straight, but on cards they curl. Ha! Okay. The colors don't show up as well. But they definitely have different colors. This one really shows all the pretty colors in it. I don't know if you can tell. It just looks like all sorts of that kind of iridescent metallic. If you know what I'm talking about. This one really has that iridescent metallic look. I haven't decided what words I'm going to put on this yet. So that's why it doesn't have anything on it. I have several different options, but I'll put them on when I think about it, when I think of what's going to be right. Now, see what else we're going to do. Put that up there out of the way. Let's see. Pretty white fan. Let's see what other color we're going to add to this. I have 2 more slots here. We need a blue. How about a purple? That's a lot of purple. Which blue? The light or the dark? I need to do more. Nobody gonna give me an answer? Guess I'll have to decide on my own. Nobody wants to give me an answer. Light. Okay. I got an answer. Thank you, Carrie. Okay, there's purple. Should have just made more. Oh, this thing's hard to open. I don't know if I got any in there or not. Yeah, there's some in that. Okay, now let's make the blue. Ah, open. Okay, I just discovered it's easier to put the powder in, then the water, and the powder. It mixes easier. Oh, that's pretty. And that powder went everywhere. Okay. Okay. Now we have some colors. Let's get a little bit larger brush here. Is that one usable? Yeah. Let it get a little stiff. I think I left something on it. Oh, let's see. Let's start out with a little blue at the base. Come on, mix in. Yeah, definitely put the powder in first, then the water. Oh, big difference. I have a lot of powder that just does not want to mix in. Oh, this is so pretty. You can see how well it shines. Okay. Big difference on the white. It's just going to give her a pretty glimmery. Now this is where I can do it thicker. I can mix it thicker to go on the white. Trying not to, there. See if I lift it up off of the thing so it's not touching onto the, I don't know if you can see what's happening when it touches that purple up there. It just whooshes up into it. Goes whoosh. It's like it grabs it and pulls it up into it. Goes whoosh as soon as it touches it. Let's see if I can. Let me do it here on the end, see if you can see what happens. You see it rush up into it? Trying to dry it from underneath so I don't move it around because it's kind of doing its own thing. Oh, getting a little warm, getting a little warm. It's really interesting when the air hits it, it dances around. Trying to move it around into some places where it's trying to stay. As it dries some, it thickens up so I can get more color to move in places where it kind of moved off of it. That blue gave the gold an antique look down at the base. That turned out pretty. Wasn't too sure what was going to happen when I first started, but the way the colors start to mix on their own is really interesting because the gold is actually mixed into the purple, and I didn't really bring any gold up there at all. It did all the mixing itself. Let's see if I can turn the, let's see, let me bring it up here. Come on, focus. Come on. Doesn't want to focus on. There it goes. You see the gold in the purple. That looks kind of cool. That looks like fun. Let's put it on a white piece of paper so I can see what we're doing. Okay, I know I had, there it is. There. Let's see, I have gold. I need a green. Have anybody still here? I bet Stacy's on and everybody's gone over to watch Stacy. I'm going to do this and then I'll quit. There are a couple other ways of doing this, and that's what I mixed the other for. I'll come back on later and do that. To use the spray. Okay, let's see. I like this green for this. And I think I want to mix a little bit more gold. I have enough blue. Now I can let this just sit and dry out, and I'll be able to add water to it and reuse it. So it will never go to waste. I'm glad you're still here, Carrie. Okay, Carrie, are you on my list to send you some of that from last time that I did? Because I have the envelopes up here to send from last time. The one of the things is the gilding flake stuff, and the other one is the ATC cards that I did with the stamps. Because I'm doing everything that needs to be mailed out tonight. I have envelopes with names on them up there on the shelf above my head. And I didn't know if I had one that was going out to you. That green's pretty. I love working with anything that shines. Okay, let's see what we can do here now. Let's give it a... I know I put more gold in there. Why does it not look like there's enough gold? Yeah, there's enough gold there. And a pin. Pin. Remind me, my brain is fried. I know there's something supposed to be in there. Oh, yeah. Oh, crap. Yes, and I know, I know there's something, yes. Yes, that's right. I forgot to tell Jean. I talked to her just a little while ago, too. That's in the box over here. Okay, yeah. I have a box over here that has things in it that go to Jean and stuff. But I didn't know if there was an envelope with the other for the other things that I'm mailing out for the gilding flakes and stuff. Stacy, I told you Stacy has that thing about her memory being bad. Well, mine's worse than you can imagine. If you can message me your address, I'll send you something I do here tonight. Do you have any mica powders? Who needs metallic paper? All I have to do is stick this in a book for a day or so with some books on top of it, and it'll flatten it completely out because it's a little warped, but do a bunch of these, and that'd be fun. These are just those little cheap skewers that you get. And there, it filled in some of the holes a little bit. Now, look at that. Look how quick and easy that was. Who needs metallic paper? Let me turn this up so it's look shining actually on it. Isn't that something? Who needs metallic paper? And I just used the green, gold, and blue. I know what. Let's see. Do you do steampunk stuff? Well, I'll do you this set. You'll have the tag, this, and the butterfly. You see how simple this is. And for a binder, if you're just mixing a little bit of this, you could probably put just a drop of glue in it. Maybe a clear glue if you have a clear, instead of because you don't want something that dries cloudy. So I mix the water with the whatever I'm using for the binder. And then mix it into the mica powder and use that as my paint. See, the reason don't you normally use glue is because when it dries as glue. But this, if I let it dry in these with the gum arabic, you can re-wet it and use it, just like watercolors. So any that you don't use, you can just re-wet. So I have a little bit too much gum arabic because it's trying to form a little thin coat over some of the holes. Form a little film. Okay. Well, what do you think of your butterfly, Carrie? You have a pretty butterfly. Gum Arabic. It can be bought, I wonder. This I may have bought in the baking aisle. This may have come from the baking aisle in the store. Let me look here. Where's my phone? There it is. Let me look. This particular one can be ordered on Walmart for $9.32. $4.07 for 1 ounce. This is 2 ounces. 2 ounce, $5.37. All of these are shipped. Let's see, Gum Arabic. All I'm finding is shipping. I can't find anything that's actually in the store, but I know I bought that in the store. You might check whatever your grocery stores are and see if they have any, because I know I bought this in the store. But I'll tell you what, I will put this, and this in an envelope with a little bit of this powder and a few little packets of some of these colors. I'll definitely put the green, the gold, and the blue in for you. How's that sound? So you can mix some of your, oh, what did I do? My elbow felt like I had stickers in it or something. That was weird. But I'll put some in the envelope for you, in fact. Let me look up here and see if I have an envelope with your name on it already. Let's see. Where are the envelopes? They were right there, and I had to get into the box, so I moved them over. Where'd I move them? Oh, crap. Oh, they're underneath my keyboard. And my water brushes. That's Sharon's. That's Esther's. What a mess. I had to move a bunch of stuff. A bunch of things I die cut. Well, where are they? Okay. There's Tina's. There's Teresa's. I know there are more envelopes that I've addressed. So where are they? Oh, okay. Here's Esther's envelope and Sharon Lega's envelope. I do not have one for you yet. I have 4 envelopes I've addressed so far. And the things that go in them. So, this is the stuff that goes in them. So, is it just Carrie plaster, or do you want this little or C or? I never know exactly how to address things. Hello. The book page I use to do these with is extremely old, so it's very brittle and they're falling apart. So I get half a butterfly. This is actually what they should look like, but they fell apart into pieces. Where's my pen? I'm going to find my pen so I can actually write your name on the envelope. So and put them in it. They're dry. They're completely dry, so they can go in it. When I figure out where my brush is, I mean my pen. There's my pen. There's my pen. And this is the pen I've been using because I'm learning how to at least write with it. Then I'll learn how to write the proper way with it. Right now, I'm just learning how to get it to write. Oh, little. I got it. See, I never knew. I just see that, and I don't know if it's a maiden name or something. So it's Carrie. Do you want Carrie C or just Carrie Plaster? C-A-R-R-I-E. I'll write mine first here. See, I'm doing good just to get this thing to write. Here's mine. There, your name is on an envelope. Okay, your name is on an envelope. And these 3 are already in it. And I will find a few other things to put in it for you to paint, like a couple of fans and maybe a few butterflies and things. So you'll have some other things to paint when you get the things. So there will be a few other things in here for you to play with. There's another fan. That's a pretty one. And let's see. Let's find a butterfly this has a bunch of stuff that needs to be punched out on it. Where's my pokey? Need a pokey tool. No pokey tool. Let's use the tip of a pair of scissors. This is one of the butterflies that's on the back of the. In fact, let's see, which one is this? It's one of the butterflies that's on that card. Okay. And this is just plain cardstock that I did these on, so that's why they kind of roll up a little bit. But like I said, it doesn't take a lot of water, so that's why they do okay. And here's another white fan. So you can do white on one. Do some white. So there's some things. And I'll put together, I have some little 2x2 bags, so I can do a little scoop of a little bit of this in there. And you should be able to get enough out of the bag so you can mix them up. I got these little trays at Dollar Tree. Comes 6 to a little package. Anyway, I will get that off to you. And thank you very much. I'm going to go see if Stacy's on. I appreciate you being here. And I know hi, Monica. I was just now finishing up. I just finished doing some painting with the mica powders. I mixed them up using some water and gum arabic. A bunch of water and a few drops of gum arabic, and I used just mica powders, a little tiny scoop, little tiny itty bit of mica powder, and I painted this little fan, and I painted these. Oh, you do have one of those. That's good. But I painted these. I used 3 colors in these. I used the green, the gold I used up, and the blue to paint these. And it's just a little bit of mica powder on black. These were black. Hard to tell. But it's very simple to do. And I didn't finish up because I know there's somebody else on, so I'm going to go ahead and go watch her. But I mixed up some gum arabic and some water to use as a spray. And next time I come on, I'll do this. And I also mixed up a little bit of gloss varnish in water, and I'll use it as a spray. To actually, what I'll be doing is using dry powder to color things with. These I'm mailing to Carrie because she's stuck with me. Through this. Thank you, Monica. So I appreciate you being here in the coronavirus-free zone. Stay healthy, wash your hands, use common sense, and we're all going to be fine. That's all it takes. The flu right now is worse than the virus in this country, so we just need to take the same precautions we would take as if we take to avoid getting the flu. So just stay calm, relax, and just avoid the flu, and we'll all be fine. It's going to be a little rough because we depend so much on importing everything we use in this country. So that's going to be worse than anything right now. So just take it easy, stay clean, stay healthy, and I will see you next time. Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching, and I hope you've learned something. And have a good night. Bye-bye. TTFN. Ta-ta for now.